Welcome back to Middlefield Custom Sawmill. We're back out here at Bissell Maple Farm today. I got Austin with me. We got some logs and it's cold. What's the temperature out here?
I don't know, it's like 25.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly. So we're gonna saw these into 1x8s.
1x8, yeah.
Okay. Be a good day. That's all we're doing is just cutting more boards. Oh, there he goes with the drawbridges. Austin was just telling me how many logs he cut in a day.
So the last time I did like actual trying to push out high production day, I made 6x6s and some 2x6s and stuff, and I think I ran through 7 logs in that day, and I didn't start till like noon.
That's a lot.
And I mean, I didn't quit till like 7. I was doing it under light at the end, but basically I could fill this up with decent sized logs and finish it in 6 or 7 hours.
So me and Nate were out here and we had 4 logs on here. We cut 4 logs and I was beat.
Yeah.
I mean, we cut 53 boards. We cut that pile of boards, which, I mean, that's not small.
Yeah, that's...
You know, not 6x6s. It's more work doing these, but they're easier to move.
Right.
But yeah, I was beat after doing that. But I'm old, you're not. Rollers.
Yeah, like about that wide with rollers on them that they had used in the production line at one time, but they're on wooden bases, and wood can't be used in the production room, so they're phased out.
Are these like conveyors?
Yeah, they're non-powered though.
Yeah, they're roller conveyors.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna take, he has extras of them. I'm gonna take 2 and rebuild the bases and put them right here.
To this pile?
No, I'm gonna do away with that, and I'm gonna make a shorter slab rack so that all you do is once you have a slab, push it off, and it'll hit the rollers and roll down into the rack.
Do you ever come in this way with the tractor to put a log on?
I have, and I'll come in this way to pull this stuff out. So that's the idea, is once I have slab rack here on rollers.
I didn't understand why you put that there. I was like, I would have put that right here.
Well, the best I ever had it was right
at the
here.
end? Yes,
because I just
slide it down.
Grabbed it and pulled it off. But, or I think I even had it down there at one point before the sap shed was there. And that was really nice because you could advance the blade and then pull your slab off without having to, Yeah,
that's the kind of thing you got to figure out. I still haven't figured mine out. So
yeah, it's all...
I just bring the forks in and set them down right next to the saw. I throw the slabs on there, and then I throw the boards on there, and then I got to separate them.
And we did that for a good while too, and it works. It's just not incredibly efficient.
We should grab the tractor and move this pile that we left here.
Yeah, probably.
That's a good one. So we weren't sure what kind of log this is. It's pine. Alright, here's the log so far. Definitely pine. We weren't sure from the side. You couldn't really tell. But after looking at the pile, what else would it be, right? All right, so we'll get some boards out of this one. So I thought it was going to be horrible out here in the cold.
It's not too bad.
It's not, as long as you keep moving.
Yeah, that's the trick. Stay moving. If you can stay out of the
Some
wind.
nice stuff. This will make gorgeous boards for shiplap.
Shiplap, yeah. It'll be real nice.
It really will. I mean, this is some pretty stuff. So, you know how Nate's always joking that he just watches, right?
Yeah, great.
He worked his butt off last weekend.
Did he?
Yeah, he really did. I told him, I said, you're offloading, I'm sawing. And I just cut as fast as I could. He couldn't keep up at one point. So you just want it flat on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I usually go 180 and put the flat down.
Let's do less work.
I usually do it just because it's easier to
You know what I
get
tell
two
people?
parallel sides.
I flip it 90. If the log's happy, I leave it at 90. If it's not happy, then I go 180. This is not happy. We're going 180.
Here, let off on it. I got it in position.
Come on, I can hold.
Yeah, but if I can reach.
I was flipping a 22-inch pine the other day by hand.
Yeah.
I used my skid steer for 3 flips, and then everything after that I did by hand.
If I'm doing something like this is fairly manageable, that one probably not so much, but if I'm doing something that's pretty manageable, I almost always just go 180. Make two flat parallel sides. Oh, I'm not all the way over.
I find when I flip at 90, if it's not rolling away, I can put it up against my stops and I get 90 degrees then. So it's just a quarter less turn.
See, our problem is our stops are not 100% square anymore.
You can't square them up, they're not adjustable.
Well, I could, but
How?
they're not adjustable per se, but I could square them back up. It just
I
would
see what
take.
you're saying, yeah.
But because of that, I just make two flat sides and then use the square to make sure it's 90 when I cut the other way.
Yeah, because then you got the square on this side. Right?
Exactly, yeah.
I get it. You know, looking at the colors in this, I wonder if this is hemlock or pine.
It's possible because
There's
all the
no
bark.
sapling. Oh yeah, there is. It's pine.
Okay. Say there's no bark on it.
I know, we couldn't tell. Hey, I see 2 cut marks on here.
Oh, they've got a couple. I've touched it a time or two. Nate's touched it a time or two. I'm sure there's no cut marks on yours though, George.
Ah, there's one. But I have a new one to replace it with so nobody will know.
Well, soon enough we'll have our roller stops to.
Yeah, you won't have any marks at all.
And there never will be.
All right. Perfect, right
I think
there.
it probably went too far.
Yep, a little bit. That's perfect right there.
Tilt it too far this way, and it's a lot easier to whack the top.
This is a sticker jig?
Yeah, this is how I make the stickers. So, it's on 2x4 rails basically. And these rails match the inside of the
Sawmill.
the deck.
Oh, okay.
So that I can take this thing, set it inside one of the log decks, and then you stick one end of a long sticker in here, and the other end sticks out.
Oh, and you're just cutting them to length.
I have slots at 42 inches, because 42 is exactly the length of our forks, so I know I can make piles that are fork length.
So that's cutting the length of the stickers,
Yeah,
not
I
the
cut them
sticker
on the mill
itself.
and then throw them in here, and you can just take a circular saw and buzz through my little slots.
Okay, I'll come around and I'll help.
I might have to get the canvas on it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, no, it's not that bad.
It wasn't too bad.
Now we're gonna need,
Oh man, that's a heavy log. Oh, I can put this up. Oh.
By the end of this, you're going to be able to just cut the audio of you grunting from lifting that and make a nice little video of George grunts.
Old man sounds, yeah.
Sawmill ASMR, and it's all just you. Yeah, I didn't measure the diameter, but I had a log the other day when I was making the 6x6s. And I did.
Measure the log. Let's give it some measurements here.
I did that log, and it made two 2x6s and I think two 6x6s and I think 4 2x6s. 811.
All right,
just
measure
under
the
9.
diameter. So, a little over 8 foot.
And
20 inch,
yeah,
call it.
16 inch.
16, 19, 8 foot 11.
Maybe somebody on you. Maybe you got some YouTube math nerds watching that can help me out. In hunting camp, well, here, YouTube watchers probably don't know. I go to Alaska every year and guide hunts for Dall sheep, caribou, moose, grizzly, and we have a brown bear area on the peninsula. I'm going in May for brown bear. But anyways, when we're out there in our northern camps, we are almost 300 miles from Fairbanks. We're 150 miles above the Arctic Circle. We're only 65 miles from the Beaufort Sea. So I mean, we're up there. There's no cell service or nothing, of course, so you have no internet, which is fun because you have no Google. So you can actually have a proper argument. And when you have nothing to do, you have maybe 3 bad weather days in a row and you're just sitting in a tent with, you know, other moose hunters, you get into stupid arguments. And a stupid argument that we got into that we have never been able to solve, and I think this was 3 seasons ago, how many moose would it take to stop a train?
How big is the train?
I forget. I had the stats looked up, like...
I mean, are you talking 6 engines and 100 boxcars? Or
I don't remember. I had looked up the average weight and speed of a train in Alaska at one point, but assuming the moose
it
are
only
standing...
takes one moose to stop a
It
train
does
if the
not
guy's
take one.
watching out where he's going.
They can't stop these things on a dime, George.
Well, it depends. You can see a moose a ways up.
Anyways, we looked it up, and the record for moose kill in one night by a single train was like 26 or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
And the reason is, when the snow gets deep, they send a plow train through that plows off the track so other trains get through. Well, that becomes the easiest place to walk. So the moose just line up on the tracks. So it wasn't like, oh, there's 26 moose in one spot. It was over a route they hit.
That would be really messy if the next train that came through was also plowing snow with a snowblower. I've seen them big spinny ones.
A moose chunker?
Yeah, a moose chunker.
Anyways, we have been fighting over this for years. I tried to use AI to help me. It didn't want to do it. I forced it to give me a number and it came out to like 90,000 moose.
Oh my gosh.
So if any of you people watching out there like to do math for fun and just want to try it, if you could figure that out and comment on George's video, that'd be great.
How many moose does it take to stop a train? An average train.
And I have asked people this, and they thought it was like you harnessed them and put them to the back of the train and played tug of war. It's not like that. It's moose standing in a line on the tracks.
So you got to run into the mass. So you have much mass moving and so much moose mass.
I think I wrote down in my notes the stats. We're taking a quick departure from sawmilling here for something far more important.
Oh, this is our typical day.
Yeah, mine anyways. I don't know what your tastes like.
I always get in these weird discussions.
Ah, here we go. Okay. according to, I can't remember if it was Union Pacific or Norfolk Southern, one of them, they said that their average train weighed 8,178,000 pounds.
8 million pounds, okay.
Yeah, just call it 8 million for an easy number. And it moves 55 to 60 miles per hour when it's not in a town, when it's out where moose would be. So call it 60 miles an hour. 8 million pounds at 60 miles an hour. The average moose weighs 1,200 pounds.
So how many moose for 8 million pounds? Because
moving at 60 miles an hour.
Well, it'd take a few more just to bring it to a stop, but I think the friction from the moose bodies would also slow it down.
Exactly, and that's what the internet wouldn't calculate for me. Because when I put it into AI, at first I was like, how many moose would it take to stop a train? And they're like, that wouldn't happen. I was like, but if it did, and they're like, no, trains have safety stuff. And I was like, what if the safety stuff didn't work? And they're like, there probably wouldn't be that many moose in one spot. And I said, well, assume there was infinite moose on the tracks. And they said, ha, it's impossible to have infinite moose. It's like,
it would take one moose with a wrench to take the track apart to stop a train, okay?
the infamous wrench moose.
The wrench moose, right.
And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. We're going to take a cut just to get rid of the knots.
Yep, time for a blade change because this is going to be a tough log to cut. It's like a haunted sawmill. This is so much easier than mine without that piece across here.
What piece?
There's like a box here with a slit in it, and you got to slide the blade in that slit to get it in there.
Oh.
So,
All right. Wait. Yeah, there we go.
there's the spruce. Definitely looks different than the pine. Get these tight little knots everywhere. Guys, move yours. Not happy. Keep
Nope.
it coming.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, this seems better than the other crappy one we had.
How wide? How tall is it?
We're getting 13 there, 12 and a half.
How wide are we? 13, you said? Where's 16? Right about there. I say take one more board and we're almost at 16. We can take it down to 8-inch thick.
I can't cut it in half though.
Alright, never mind. We're making one 8-inch cant out of this.
Yeah, it's 12.
Alright, so we'll take one board off here and 3 off the other side. log deck is empty. I like it when it's empty. So, go count them, Austin.
Alright, so where did you and Nate stop? This is
One down.
what you guys
That's the
did?
last sport, so the 2 on the left we did today.
Okay, so you got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and an extra, what, 3?
Yeah,
So
33.
we got 33. 33.
These
and
were a little bit shorter, but they can use any length, so it's just going to be shiplap on a wall.
What are we still getting out of these? Over
8 foot.
almost 9. It's 8.11.
Yeah, and the others were 9 something.
So, yeah, by the time they square up the ends and everything, you'll get 8.5.
So, I mean, it's good looking wood.
Yeah.
Nice pile of lumber.
As you can see, has excellent sap content.
Oh yeah.
Last year we cut some
That's-
stuff that had so much sap, I saved it in an empty water bottle and used it for fire starter.
That's how you can tell if a log is happy.
George, we were good all day.
Well, there's no crotches. What was I going to do?
I was gonna say that.
We always have fun doing this. All right. Say goodbye, Austin.
See you guys later.
Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun.